guys aren't doing the concert?
Yeah.
What are you doing in here?
Waiting for you to perform.
There's no performance here.
Ladies and gentlemen, head coach Troy G. Ward.
Coach, congrats on securing a home ice spot fourth in the West, and you did it against a team in the Toronto Marlies above you guys in the standings. Just talk about tonight and your thoughts on the overall game.
Well, my thoughts on the game would be that probably the biggest thing that we didn't want to happen happened, but at the same time I thought it was the biggest help for our team. We had to kill 7 minutes there consecutive, and I thought, as a coach or as a team, that's not what you want to do when you come back home off the road. But at the same time, I thought it allowed us to get into a little bit of rhythm as far as, like, Danny was concerned. Like, it made him compete early, and he had to look for pucks and see pucks, and obviously he played a real good game for us. But anytime you inject a goalie into the game that quickly for that long a time, I think his concentration raised, and I think, as the game wore on, as he felt the confidence because of the focus he had to have in the first 20 minutes based on those 7 minutes, I thought it helped our team. I thought he managed a real good game back there.
What was the difference in the two games in Toronto compared to the one tonight here in Abbotsford?
Well, as we know, it's just the American Hockey League. I think the difference was we're healthy and that we were a little bit bigger than the both times that we played in Toronto early in the year. I think this might have been, I'm pretty sure it was Chris Klonos' first game against him. So, there are certain aspects of our team that were in place that weren't in place in other games. And at the same time, I'm sure they would say some of the same things. Like, they got a little different team now than they had back then. Ollie, who played here, and, like, certain guys are gone. So, it's just a transformation of the American Hockey League. And, at the same time, both teams were obviously pretty confident coming in. They'd been on a good streak, and we've been on a good streak. So I just thought we had a different lineup than the other two games. Thought we were bigger. I thought it made a big difference.
What's the game plan for Sunday now that you've got home ice?
Well, I think we're just going to sit back tomorrow. We got to sit back would be the wrong posture word. We're not going to sit back, but we've got to be aggressive in terms of trying to look at the long-term meeting. We got to make some projections as to when we'll be on the road. If we we get home ice, but we start on the road and we finish with 3 at home. When we'd go, how we manage our hockey players relative to which guys play and the work-rest ratio. When would we fly out? Things like that. So if we can do some pre-planning, we might not be able to decide our lineup till like Sunday morning, because tomorrow night will be a big night in the league, and we'll probably make more of a determination as to what we're doing and when we're flying, and then we'll manage some of our top players accordingly from there. And at the same time, we've got a lot of players here. There's a lot of players that are what we call black aces, and you'd like to get some players in, but at the same time, we have good momentum going, and we want to keep that.
Brett Sutter getting let go. There's been some rumors about you going up to Calgary. Do you just want to talk a bit about that?
No, I don't. But I can say this, like my thoughts are for Brent and Connie. The good thing for Brent today was that he was named to the World Championships as a head coach. So it's good to see a guy like that get back in the saddle. I would say this, like, he's been a big mentor for me as an assistant here, and now this year head-to-head. So it's a tough day in the coaching world. That's a tough day, but we all know, and he knows, that he's going to get another NHL job, and it's just a matter of time. But I have no comment towards the future. Like, right now, our biggest task here is to put Abbotsford on the map, and I mean on the map permanently. I don't mean temporarily, like permanently. This has got to become a destination, and it's got to become a program, and that's our focus right now.
Sunday's Cuts for the Cure. Are you going to be losing your hair for that?
Yes, good questions. I'm not really sure. I'm kind of really superstitious. Like, it's a tough time for Cuts for the Cure. I'm 100% beyond for it, obviously, but I'm also a team guy. So you got to do what's right for the cause, and we'll see what happens. I'm sure a lot of guys are going to partake in it, and we're big supporters of it. So it's a really unique event, and it's a good event.
Coach, Danny Taylor talked about your guys getting in the shooting lanes at key times, making big blocks. Just talk about your thoughts on the commitment level and being willing to get up and make key blocks at key times.
Well, I for sure I'd first start with the penalty kill. I thought we did a really nice job of lining up. We didn't see as many blocks in the 4 or 5 as we normally would with our team. Like we got a real good one out of row and a couple other ones that were down low. But I thought, to address the question specifically, I thought down the stretch of the game when you get Sylvester, who's not a big guy, a Lou, certain guys diving all over to block shots, I think it gives you an idea of the character in the room, and I think it gives you an idea of the commitment that they have as a group to each other. And one of the biggest things you can do as an athlete when you're in a team event is be able to sit in a room, in a sacred locker room, and look to your left or your right and know that that person's got your back, and he's got you. And that's the attitude I felt our team had today. Like, I think anybody sitting in our room right now could say to my left or my right, like, this guy will do anything it takes for our team to be successful. And that's what breeds winning.
Sunday goaltending. Who's it going to be?
More than likely at this point it'll be Leland. Like, Leland has been, the staple of this program for 2 of the 3 years that it's been here, for sure. And, we celebrated and helped Leland through his family time, and now it's time to get him back in there as a hockey player. Like, that's most important. Like, he's got to celebrate the birth of that kid, and the celebration for an athlete as a professional is to get back to doing what you're doing. And we got to get him back in the net. So we'll manage him back in there, and he deserves that.
Coach, you set a new Heat franchise record with 41 wins this season. Also recently surpassed 100 wins for your pro coaching career. Just talk about what that milestone means to you.
Well, the one that's beautiful about the whole thing is the 41, if that's where we're at or whatever it is. Like, that's because I think it's the 3rd year of the franchise in a part of the world that is trying to grow its market. And to be a team that comes in here and lays a foundation in a city where you're actually in another team's city, so to speak, I just think like what we have to offer the community is a good product, and then we have to offer the community excellence. Like, we have to offer the community, regardless whether we're Vancouver's team or Calgary's team or whatever, but in a new community, we have to offer excellence. And I think we do that. I think we're starting to get that done on the ice. So there's a marksmanship of what we've done this year on the ice, but that's front office, that's team, that's everything. And at the end of the day, like, if we're good people in the community and we provide a good entertainment value, and at the same time we make the city proud that we're winners, like, that's something that's all we can control. And as long as we take care of the things we can control, that's important. So to me, that's the biggest thing. The reference to the 100, like, I didn't even have a clue on that. It's been a long time since I was head coach, so like the games I won as a pro coach prior to coming here, it seems like a long time ago, and it didn't even dawn on me, but it is what it is. I've said it before, and I'll continue to say it. The mark I have in life is my character and what I do for people, like, not my wins and losses. Even though I get paid on wins and losses, I get that. But I'd rather have somebody say that I'm the right man and I'm the right person to be with them on a daily basis and lose more games. And at the end of the day, they say that I help them be a better person. That's most important. So we'll take the wins when they come, but more into the character side.
We're good. Coach, thank you.
Yep, you're welcome. Thanks.
Fundraising to get the head shape, huh?